Hey guys, it's Scott from Horse Racing Daily, and in this handicap preview, we're going to take a look at the Fourstardave I. It's a Grade One race for 4-year-olds and upward. I'm sorry, for 3-year-olds and upward, and it'll be a mile on the inner turf. And this is going to feature a very interesting horse that's running, and it's going to be Regal Glory for Chad Brown. And this horse at a mile has been really good, as you can see up here at the top corner. 12 starts, 7 wins, 3 seconds. So this horse is a very good miler, and this also comes in very good form as this horse is coming off 3 straight victories. The Pegasus World Cup Filly and Mare Turf, the Grade One Jenny Wiley, and the Grade One Just a Game, where she's absolutely dominated that field that day. They also had Speak of the Devil in that field. I don't know what happened to that horse, but that's a story for a different day. And the horse is trained by Chad Brown. It's owned by Peter Brandt, and Chad Brown has been absolutely tearing it up for the last 2 to 3 weeks at Saratoga. He kind of started off the meet slow, but now I think it's safe to say he is fully on fire. And this is the horse to beat right here, in my opinion. I have a hard time seeing this horse lose the race. I don't think Chad Brown would have threw this horse off in the deep end like that. He's not that type of trainer, so I think he really likes his chances. And it's almost interesting to me that the horse didn't run in the Arlington Million, as it's another furlong further, but I think the horse could have, potentially, but, at the same time, why mess with success? This horse is obviously a mile, even though it did have a couple wins going a mile and 16th. So, you probably want to try to do what's best for the horse. Maybe that's the case. And probably the second most likely winner would have to be Masen. If Regal Glory doesn't win, I think Masen would, pick up the slack. And I can see where they both run 1-2 and just, Chad Brown just dominates this. And, the thing with Masen is, he didn't really beat that much in the, poker stakes last time, I don't think. I mean, there were a group of solid horses, but nothing, too amazing. And then, again at Belmont, he won the Seek Again Stakes. But, his first start of the year in the Maker's Mark Mile, he did lose to Shirley Spate. But I also had Smooth Light straight in the race. So that was a solid field. But I think between these two, they got the race pretty much cornered for Chad Brown. For another interesting horse, it's going to be Casa Creed. And Casa Creed won the, Jaipur last time. But I think this horse has kind of turned into a really good turf sprinter. At a mile, it's only got, 2 wins from 13 starts. So it doesn't really win too often at that distance, even though it does, kind of get in the money. It has 6 other additional in the money finishes. So you got to keep that in mind. But, this horse will help take a little bit of money away from some of the Chad Browns. Maybe you can get above even money on Regal Glory, 6-5, maybe 7. One will be 6-5. The other probably go off at 8-5. And, these other horses I don't think are quite ready to compete on this level yet. You got, Front Run the Fed, who, on his best day might be a, grade 3 winner. He's had a couple of good, runner-up finishes like, at Kentucky Downs last year in the, grade 3 turf sprint. And, he always comes with a run. It might be good enough to get 4th, maybe 3rd on a good day. He does pick up the services of Irad Ortiz. So, keep that in mind. But I just don't think this horse is going to win. And then the rest of the field, you got Get Smoking by Mark Cassian. I still think this horse is, really up against it. This horse is going to run on the front, and I think it'll get a little bit of pace presence from, maybe Masen. So I'm not going to go with that horse. And I said it's only a 5-horse field. As what big surprise with Saratoga this year? It seemed like every meaningful stakes race can't draw more than 5 horses, which kind of sucks from a bet perspective. So maybe they'll work that out. Maybe they'll get 7, 8 horses in these fields or something. From a betting standpoint, as a fan, I hate these 5-horse fields because it just makes it, there's no money. Like, you look forward to these races, and then you see it turn up a 5-horse field, 4-horse field. Look at the Jim Dandy. There's only 4 horses that ran it, and on paper, the top 4 made for a really good race. You had Epicenter, Early Voting, Zandon, even Tonyport, the Ohio Derby winner. That was the makings of a good field. Just had to find 3 other horses, and nobody came, and it's real disappointing. And Jim Dandy, another was a 5-horse field, and it was outside of Life Is Good and Olympiad and Hot Rod Charlie. There's very top heavy fields. There's not much depth, and I'm a firm believer in sometimes you need that depth to start getting these decent payouts. Because at least it throws a little bit of money away from the top couple of favorites, but. that's my rant on that. It's just a little frustrating seeing these 5 horse fields. But thanks for watching, guys. More to come.